All right, all right. Welcome everybody to another Attention on Deck. Welcome
Attention on deck.
everybody to Velasquez Vlog Show. Today is December 9th, 2020. And welcome back, everyone that's being up to date with the podcast. We got a special guest today, Nelson Estrada. Welcome to the show. Um, welcome. It's good to have you here. And I know you made a big sacrifice today to be here. So I can't stress it enough, but just to be thankful for your presence here today. It's an honor to have you. Before I start, you already know that what I do is I do I pretty much appreciate all the people that are involved in securing our constitution and our
Yes,
liberties.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
I want to thank all the police officers, firefighters, veterans, active duty and reserve, border patrol, homeland security, FBI, CIA, DEA, ATF, and any other organization that I forgot to mention, and of course special ops for anywhere they are in the world. Without you guys, our liberties and our constitution would not be secure, because there's a lot of people out there that wish they had what we have as Americans. So no further ado, thank you, Nelson Strada, to be here. Um, and for before I start with the topic, I want to congratulate you on your achievement. I
Thank
know
you very much.
I know you just graduated college, and it's a big achievement because in your situation, in your circumstances, I feel like it took a lot of sacrifice to get it done. And you have a family, you have kids, you have financial responsibilities,
Oh,
so
yes, sir.
it's such a different it's just such a different gravity. It's such a different world when it comes to going to school, because school becomes an option. It doesn't become a requirement anymore, because you have
Oh,
to
yeah.
decide between family and school, work and school. So thank you. I appreciate you being here, and also congratulations on on your achievement.
Yes, sir. And once again, thank you for having me. This was a bit long overdue on my behalf, but I'm here and I am ready to rock and roll.
All right. Yeah, man. And I think even though you wanted to work today, I think they telling you not to work, I think made it made it a good thing to
Oh,
have
yeah.
you here.
Oh, yeah.
I know, of course, we gotta all make money, we all gotta provide, right? But so it means a lot, and to anyone that comes here to the show, it means so much, bro, because I know the sacrifice everyone has to do to be here. It ain't easy. Um, so let's just get to it. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so much to talk about. And today I want to talk about the holiday season. Okay, I know my last podcast I mentioned I was going to talk about this time, and now that I have you here, I think it'll be so much easier to be able to share my ideas and also hear ideas about how you see this. But well, I remember when I was a kid, um, and when it was the holiday season time, after what, we're Central Americans. You're from Honduras.
Okay.
I'm from El Salvador. So whenever I grew up over there, Thanksgiving didn't exist. But when December hit, you know, the vibe of the Christmas spirit began to kind of approach.
Okay.
So the way we celebrated Christmas was not the way we celebrated it here the way we celebrate in the United States. Over there, for example, being together with the family, um, is how can I say this? Fireworks, um, playing with your family members, just spending time with family members. So that was the biggest thing. I think it's still the biggest thing in our countries, in our heritage, in our culture, in the Hispanic culture.
Mm-hmm.
But here in the United States, I don't feel like it's like that. If you ask me, the difference between celebrating Christmas or the holiday season in the America compared to or in our country as Latinos, I think that I rather celebrate it over there than over here. And I'll give you my reasons in a second. What do
Yeah.
you think about this?
Well, yeah, I think there's definitely major differences. Uh, what could factor in is, here in America, this country overall has more resources than a lot of other countries. Right now we're talking about El Salvador, Honduras, these Central American countries where they don't have as much as what we have here.
I think Mexico and South American can be included as well.
Yeah,
You
absolutely,
know,
absolutely.
because they tell me about this stuff as well. They tell me that the way we celebrate Christmas here is not the same way they celebrate Christmas over there. So I think we
Hmm.
have similarities between Latin America and all the other Hispanic, Spanish-speaking nations.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know about Spain, but we're talking about here in the Latin America continent right now, just in the American continent right now.
yeah. Of course.
And so yeah, man. Tell me the difference of how you celebrated Christmas with your family over there versus the way you celebrate it here. Um, what's the difference? What good things you can take from both sides, or the negative from both sides?
Right.
I want to hear your opinion on it because I have a lot to say about it, and I deal with this shit every fucking year.
Hmm.
And sometimes I just want to get out of the country the whole month of December, and I want to celebrate it somewhere else and come back here.
Right.
Because I'll tell you what. Go ahead and
Yeah.
just go ahead and tell me, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, for as far back as I can remember, I've celebrated most Christmases here in the States. But let me think back to my childhood. Um, in my household, Christmas, because of what we didn't have, we focused more on spending time with family, eating good,
Okay.
enjoying each other's presence, and looking forward toward the new year and what goals we wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
In the upcoming year. But as I grew up and I started really paying attention to my surrounding, at least here, in America, Christmas has become more, in my opinion, more commercialized, and now it's gearing more towards the materialistic aspect of Christmas instead of you know what what a lot of people grow up thinking is Christmas is celebrating the birth of Christ,
Yeah.
you know, Savior to many who believe. Um, but now it's more like, okay, the gift, like what am I gonna get, or what do I have to buy such and such person? I think that's more towards what Christmas is becoming, just much more materialistic and less family oriented.
Do you think it's always been like that here in the United States, or is it like, I guess to us it's becoming because we are still freshly exposed to this environment where like Christmas is not about being with family anymore. It's about giving. It's about giving and what to give and the anxiety of um, buying shit. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's always been like that. I think as society is becoming more modern, with time and technology, uh, our attention is being geared more towards like a more materialistic mindset. But I don't believe it's always been this way. But I mean, we have more now than we did back then. So I mean, that could definitely be a factor.
Well, you've been very how can I say this, humble about it. You have a very humble approach. I think you have a lot of friends who you don't want to kind of like make look bad. But I mean, I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's been there a long time. The problem is, I remember we come from a different culture, so now that we're exposed to it, we
Absolutely.
think it's just now. Now, if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. But I think this has been happening in American culture for a long time.
Hmm.
Maybe because there's a lot going on now. I think there is a lot of the technology has developed so much that that it feels like maybe now it's more than before.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what it is. Now we have more access to the commercial world where like we can purchase stuff from Amazon
Oh yeah.
or from Walmart online. You don't even have to go out shopping to buy something for someone.
Oh yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you still feel the anxiety because the press and the media plays a huge factor. Now you can listen to the radio. Now you can watch TV talking about Christmas, 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 Christmas.
Hmm.
So when you have a propaganda, you have the press thrusting Christmas, Christmas, Christmas.
Yeah.
What's gonna make you think now as an individual in society? Christmas shopping, Christmas
Oh
presents,
yeah.
the anxiety of you have to go buy a present to have a good time with your family.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of pressure, for people who actually come from other cultures. Maybe in America, maybe a lot of Americans don't see it that way, but I see it that way because it's not about, I don't care about the giving part. I just wish I knew what to give every year.
Yeah.
I get tired. I think I got to the point where I don't know what to give someone anymore.
Yeah.
In some other cultures, they say, "Oh, we can't just give a gift card, man. You gotta give him something,
Yeah. It
to
has to be
show the
something.
appreciate,
Yeah.
to show that you care about, you thinking about him. A gift card is like, like you don't care. Like,
Yeah.
look,
It's like you saying whatever. Like here. You know.
yeah, man. And but the thing is that I don't know what to give. Every year it becomes more intense. It becomes more stressful that
Yeah.
I'm running out of ideas of what to give. I think the biggest thing I can give is presence,
Yeah.
uh, being there for them with my family.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's underappreciated nowadays. If you don't have a present, if you're not giving someone something, if the present, and we're not talking about people who actually care about who gets what and who receives what and who gives what. We haven't even talked about that stress yet, about the value of something you give to show love and care and compassion or whatever the fuck you're trying to show on Christmas.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I think we Hispanics, we still want to be part of that traditional celebration of being with the family and not make it about the presents.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And you know what? I think what makes it more difficult, if you do, decide to get someone a gift, is that
Mm-hmm.
nowadays families, they don't spend as much time together as we used to before because of life here in America. You have so much going on, whether it's
Mm.
work or school or any extracurricular activities. You're not as close to your family. Also, like for instance, if you live like let's say you live here in Houston. Houston is
Mm.
such a big city,
It is.
so just going from the north side to the south side, it can take you 30 minutes, 45 minutes, over an hour plus just to go see someone,
And that's it. There's no construction or
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
no construction or traffic.
yeah.
So nowadays families are becoming uh more distant than in the past, and that can factor into, oh, this year, what am I going to give you? If you don't spend as much time with that person as you used to, you may not, or you may forget, their interests, their likes and whatnot, and then you're stuck in that guessing game. Okay, well, what do I give you? And then it's like, okay, well, here's a gift card.
Yeah. For the people that are listening, I wonder, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think we should consider in how much we spent on a gift, or do you guys think people should be appreciative and grateful about um, about what you receive or give? Because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be about spending time with your family.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, you're right. The this um, you said something about depending on who you know is what they're gonna get, right?
Hmm.
Sometimes even when you know people, they don't get shit.
Yeah.
Look, like for example, like, and this is not trying to. And by the way, for the people that are listening, and people, I hope people don't take this personal. But how many people do you know that are gonna give you presents just because you know them? You think they're gonna give you fucking presents?
No, not
No, not at
everyone.
all.
Yeah,
And I don't take
absolutely.
that personal. I'm not gonna expect a present from you just because I know you. I get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, of
get it.
course.
And that's because I understand how we as society, um, live, right?
Yeah.
Just because your teachers, your co-mate, your co-classmates, your classmates, your co-workers, doesn't mean they're gonna get presents from you. Just imagine if you had to do that. You ain't Santa Claus, man.
Man.
doesn't make you feel like you should be Santa Claus instead, if that's gonna be the case.
Yeah.
Santa Claus must be fucking rich, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, supposedly.
right? If he exists, right?
If well,
We're
yeah,
gonna assume he exists, all right? That's the irony of this, right? That we're gonna assume Santa Claus exists, and that's another thing, Santa Claus, man, Santa Claus. Okay, uh, I
well,
understand. I understand. There's a tradition about the Santa Claus face when it comes to kids, and believe me, and trust me, I don't mind my kids believing when they're from 1 to like 6 or 7, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it's a beautiful thing, but at the end of the day, we as adults, we understand that Santa Claus can only make so many miracles.
Yeah,
It's up to us to make sure Santa Claus is around, right? To give a
yeah,
proper Christmas to the family,
yeah,
and at the end of the day, we are the Santa Claus.
yeah.
It's just. But the question is, what type of Santa Claus are we gonna be? This the happy, joyful Santa Claus, or the one that is struggling to make it to 12 o'clock. To deliver those presents.
Spoiler alert to everyone who didn't know, we are Santa Claus.
Yeah, and I hope kids under 8 ain't listening to this because then
Spoiler
it's
alert.
over. They're gonna come and attack us, right? But no, but seriously, it's a beautiful thing when you make kids believe that Christmas is magical. I think I would have loved to have that. And I think I had it at some point, but I was very poor when this happened. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I was really poor. I'm talking about, bro. You know what I had for a Christmas tree when at the age of 6, 7, 8, 9? It was a branch tree with ornaments,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a Christmas tree. It was, man. I wish I could show it to you guys. We were that poor, okay. But you know what? I had the best memories as a kid in El Salvador
Mm-hmm.
because I was able to play with my neighbors. I was able to play with my cousins. I was able to play with my friends. And we're talking about we didn't even have electricity, okay. And that's how bad it was. And I still remember I had the best time of my life during that time.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't want my kids to go through that because only I know now that I wasn't in the best conditions to survive. And statistically, I'm not even supposed to survive in the environment I was exposed to.
Oh wow.
But because I don't know, maybe if a God exists, maybe He was protecting me,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, absolutely.
and then and I'm just thankful to be here to share the way we think about holidays and other things with society nowadays, because everybody has a different way of thinking about the holidays. And I think the holidays are good. We all need a break. We all need to, kind of forget about our problems, every now and then. And I think Christmas sometimes brings anxiety and stress. At least every holiday season, I feel like it brings me stress instead of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's because I'm responsible. Maybe being responsible about a family, being responsible about kids and other individuals. Maybe that what makes me stress. But it's not the holiday aspect of it. It's what comes with it.
Yeah.
Because of the pressure we live in society. Like you have to give, you have to give, you have to give. I don't want to give just to give.
Yeah.
I want to give something that's gonna be effective and not just because.
Yeah. Something
And I can do
meaningful.
it any time of the year. That's what I'm saying. And I can do it any time of the year. It doesn't have to be on Christmas.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Uh,
Something meaningful. Something.
but that's the thing, the meaningful part.
Yeah.
How can you give someone meaningful every year? I mean, eventually you're gonna run out of ideas.
Eventually.
So so
Yeah.
so so what's let's say you're in my situation. I have anxiety, I have holiday anxiety, holiday stress, holiday depression. How how can you turn this around not to make it look or feel so bad?
That's a really good question. I think first and foremost, I would definitely focus on family. Focusing on immediate family, any friends who you've had um, a lot of contact with throughout the year. Focus on and think back. To your previous interactions with them. See if you can pick out some special moments or something that they may have said or done to give you a tip into what they like, what their interests are. Go from there, and then of course any other expanded friendships and family. You can consider it. Definitely, if you're gonna shop. Well. how would I say it? Shop smart. You know,
Yeah.
you can get some meaningful gifts at a reasonable amount. You know, don't try to break the bank because that's where I think a lot of the stress comes in. Um, if I was, you know, say on my behalf, when you go into the holiday season, it's this is pretty much spending season.
And I still, bro, you're not gonna believe this, but I still believe the holidays were designed to spend money.
This is spending season.
I mean, any holiday. I don't give a fuck. It's the 4th of July. I don't care if it's Independence Day. It was a holiday was created, and I know all of us can see this in a different way, and that's okay. That's fine. But I believe the holidays were meant to spend money.
Oh
They
yeah,
were not spent to have a break. Yeah, a break to spend money. Oh, hey, by the way, you gotta remember you still gotta go spend some more money into the society. You still gotta contribute into our commercial industry. I
hmm
think that's what holidays are were designed
this
for.
is a money season right now. It's a money
Yeah.
season.
So so it all depends on how you do it, how you live it, how you handle it, and how you deal with it. For instance, I love spending time with my family. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And I think what makes it so stressed is that you wish you had more. In my case, I wish I had more to give.
hmm
I wish I had more time. I wish I had more money to give more time. If I had more time, I would give more. And and I'm grateful for what I have in my life. My life ain't bad. I work hard for it.
Yeah.
It isn't bad, but I wish it was good enough so whenever it's time for holidays, I could give without worrying about what's in my bank account, without worrying about how broke I'm gonna be by the end of the month.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and being a minority, not having the greatest job in the world where I can make 6 figures, it can be a little stressful, especially if you want to make the best of it. And like I said, ain't nothing wrong with the holidays. It's just when you're in that position, you can only do so much to satisfy the expectations of society.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the most wonderful time of the year, or is it?
For some, for some, yes. You know,
It could be the most wonderful or the most stressful.
mi burrito sabanero.
Ay, ese
You miss the music. You miss the music in your culture, like the music you used to play, to feel the vibe, the Christmas vibe.
You know what? Music. I think music definitely plays a major factor. You know, especially like if you're when you're younger, you have a different memory of what the holiday season is, and then when you grow older, you start realizing, you know, how it's changing. But then when you listen to that certain music from when you were growing up, you go back and then you think, oh man, I remember we used to do this and this happened. And it brings some, some joy, definitely.
When we talk about memories in the past, man, whenever we bring memories in the past, you know, I listen to all these motivational speeches. I listen to all this encouragement um, that people try to give society when we are down, right?
Right.
One of the things that someone said one time was that try not to ever go back to the past because the past um, can never allow you to develop or evolve to become or to make something better.
Mm.
I believe that if you go to the past, you better go to the past to making adjustment in the present.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want to be in the present, you want to enjoy the present. The past is good to remember something you want to apply in the present that's gonna give you something beneficial when it's gonna be something beneficial.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so that's why they recommended that never live in the past, always live the present.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Because the present is something that can be in danger. It can be in danger in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So if the past gave you many, many good memories, you can use those methods to continue having good memories.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that the past will never be the present will never be the same or better than the past. I mean, it can be better than the past if you make it happen.
Yeah.
But that's what they were talking about. So I think our job is to make things better that were on the past, even if they were good memories.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So man, um, you know, I remember one time whenever I was a kid, I had a firecracker in my hand. I forgot to let go of it and exploded in my hand.
Oh.
Good thing it was a little one, but it was
Yeah.
still a black cat. I'm just
Mm.
surprised. I mean, I cried, because I was scared. I didn't know what happened to my hand. My hand was numb for like maybe like an hour or something. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I seen accidents that been worse than that. Have you ever encountered such an accident with fireworks or during the holiday season that you'll never forget?
Fireworks, no, no. I've been around some fireworks, but personally, like I've never really gone out to buy them. So whenever I'm around a situation where there is fireworks, I'm usually viewing from a distance. I think the closest I've got was maybe those little ones that you spark them up and then they all pop at a single time, or maybe like some rum.
Oh yeah, yeah, las metralletas. They used to call them
Yeah,
las metralletas, right?
yeah, the ones that pop, 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 pop. Yeah, and maybe like Roman candles, but anything bigger than that, no. I've always kept my distance, luckily. And
Oh,
I mean, I've never gone out to buy fireworks, to be honest. So
really?
yeah,
Okay, I try to do it every year. But honestly, that's one thing I miss about our countries and about our traditions is that over there you were allowed to do it with no laws, no policies, no
hmm,
restrictions. But here in this country, I mean, we do it, but you're always worrying
yeah,
about are we following the law? Are we supposed to be doing this? Are the
yeah,
neighbors
yeah,
gonna complain?
yeah,
Are we gonna get in trouble for
yeah,
for something that we're not supposed to be doing, even though it's available? So you always have this in the back of the head that if you do something you used to do, even if it's available, you're still gonna get in trouble for it.
yeah. Well, I mean, back in our countries, there's also a risk of accidents happening. At these different fireworks companies, something can ignite. Uh, it can detonate all the fireworks in that area or wherever they're being stored, or just because of that freedom you speak of, that alone has contributed to some firework accidents. People losing limbs or worse. I mean, here, I think within the city limits, fireworks are illegal. But outside of the city limits, you can go ahead and detonate your fireworks and whatnot. But something interesting. In certain neighborhoods,
Mm-hmm.
instead of actual fireworks, it's firearms.
Whoa, what do you mean, like allowed or not allowed?
No, 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 no. It's what you hear.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So like, for instance, in my area, my neighborhood, people were celebrating like, during holiday season. People are celebrating. They're having their preferred beverages and whatnot. And instead of them popping fireworks, they'll pop their firearms in the air. And at that point, it becomes really dangerous because it's like, okay, you shoot in the air. Obviously, you don't know where that projectile is going to land, so you're putting people at risk.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of the things. Some people agree and disagree with it. Some people think that projectiles don't really come down the same way they go up. Honestly, physics, right? You have the law of physics, right? If a bullet goes up at a certain power, how high can it go? How high does it need to go to come down the same way? Because the power of the gun is so much higher than the power that it has on the way down. I know gravity is supposed to do its job by giving force to something on the way down.
Hmm.
But once again, how is the force supposed to be so lethal on the way down? I mean, it has to go like And even if it goes up, what the conditions, right? The wind, you have the wind, you have to deal with the wind and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that it's dangerous. It can land anywhere. It can land thousands. It can, let's say not thousands, but let's say it can land hundreds of miles from where it is, from
Mm-hmm.
where you shot it at. But you don't know where it's gonna land, right? If that's the case, how come when we trained in the ocean, when we train somewhere in the military, how come we don't think about those things? How come we just train?
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
They wonder about
Good
that, huh?
question. Yeah, absolutely.
So if it's dangerous, why do we just shoot in the air? We shoot somewhere where we're just training. You know, we don't know where it's gonna occur. We don't know where it's gonna land. We don't know where it's gonna
Well,
hit.
you know, I think one thing could be because you're in a controlled environment, so perhaps
Right.
because um there's not civilians in the area, like the area, what can happen in the area that you're working in,
Okay.
so that reduces any variables. That could
Okay.
be it.
All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. But before we brought up the bullet topic, we were talking about something else.
Fireworks.
Fireworks, right?
Yeah.
I understand it's common sense if you're around civilians and civilians are not used to they're not used to seeing fire guns or guns or just fire or just weapons being shot up in the air. I get it. You know that's dangerous. Okay, I get it. It can injure somebody.
Yeah.
But fireworks, some people that are not used to it, they get annoyed. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think when before the military and stuff, and my mindset was totally different. Okay, when it came to fireworks, my mindset is totally different now.
Yeah.
Now it's all about extra safety, extra safety, extra safety. Not just about popping now. You know, it's about
Mm-hmm.
making sure that you do it safely, and sometimes not even do it at all. Even the sound of the fireworks, you know, sometimes can bring me anxiety. You know, because
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
know that what it can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but a lot of people, of course, that haven't served or that don't have that I don't want to say trauma, but that how can I say memories of weapons and stuff and firing, you know, it's hard to make them understand. But yeah, when it comes to fireworks, extra safety for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I mean, nowadays fireworks are more. They pack more power. They pack more punch than what they used to. So
really,
you have to take your precautions now. You know, because let's say an M80, it, what it is now, it's a lot stronger than what it was. A few years back.
hmm,
And I mean, we can always refer to technology. How things are always they're always advancing. Within the years. So whatever you have now or whatever you had back then is not going to compare to what you have now.
but let me tell you, man. Whenever I was in El Salvador, I don't know because I was small, but I swear to God, I'm not even lying. I saw fireworks, black cats this fucking big.
Mm-hmm.
Look at my face, bro. Okay, so this fucking big, okay? And they were red. We're talking about the red motherfuckers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they were loud as hell. They don't make these here. They don't make fireworks this big.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, please let me know in what state and city so I can go check them out. Because since I've been here, I never seen one of those firecrackers that big.
Might be because of federal regulations and whatnot. It could
Right.
be.
So there's more
Could be.
safety. So there's
Yeah,
more
it could
safety
be.
regulations here than in our countries. So in our countries, they can fucking
Yeah, yeah.
make a big ass kite of fucking fireworks and it's fine, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and it goes back to what what I was saying. Um, Back then, or in our countries, there's more freedom. There's more liberty to do more things. Here, it's there's more restrictions.
That's a good topic to talk about one day. Laws, restrictions, and policies in our countries
Absolutely,
compared to the ones that are here. That'll be a good topic to
absolutely.
talk about one day because I think they are enforced in different ways and they're enforced to certain individuals and not enforced to others.
Yeah,
I think I
absolutely.
definitely still believe that America has the best law system, the
Hmm.
law enforcement system by far, even if it's not perfect, because of
Right.
course at the end of the day, the elite, the rich,
The
The
privileged.
Illuminati and powerful people, right?
Yeah.
They can no they'll wipe the law with, they'll wipe their ass with the law, right? And they can get away with a lot of things, right?
Yeah, yeah, of
But
course.
still, this is the best country, in my opinion, that enforces laws more equally than any other nation that I'm sure like there are other nations as well. First, first country, um, in places where like they actually enforce the law, like the
Hmm.
United States, Canada, maybe Canada, Germany,
Yeah, yeah, and
uh,
these
you
are like
know,
modern countries that we're talking about.
exactly, but for like third world countries, evolutionating countries. I don't know how to say that word, bro.
Like developing countries.
Developing countries,
Yeah.
exactly. Developing countries. I think they still have a hard time getting to that level, and I think at the end of the day, it's all about money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everything we do it comes down to money, bro.
Comes down to
That's the
money,
sad
man.
part, man. That's
Yeah. You got the money and you got the power.
holiday shopping, money, right? I mean, money.
Big
In
money.
my first topic, in my first podcast that I did, I talked about money.
Hmm. Money
It,
makes the world go round.
I call it Genesis. I
Yeah.
call it Genesis, the beginning of all
The
things,
beginning.
because you can't do nothing without money.
You really can't. You
Just think
really
about it.
there's some things you can, but
What can you do without money?
what can't you
Well,
do?
no, what can you do without money?
Well,
For the moment you are born, from the moment you are born, how can you survive?
oh no, you can't.
How can your parents make sure you survive if they don't have the income or the money to buy you food, to buy you clothing, to buy you medicine, to take you to the doctor? I
Well,
mean,
hell,
just think about it.
they they would have to if they can't get it legally.
My man.
Hey, that's unfortunately if they can't get it legally, they're gonna have to do what they got to do.
I never been exposed to the cartel world, but now I'm starting to think why so many cartel organizations exist, and I think it has to do with poverty, between the balance between poverty, political, and greed and money.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder what leads to cartels to become cartels. And
In many cases, hell, they're forced.
I get it's forced, but the origins of a cartel,
Oh yeah, yeah,
of course,
absolutely.
once the cartel is built like a civilization,
Yeah.
of course, like law, you gotta follow the law. And like in Israel, you have to do military. If
Right.
you're like if you're like at least close to 90% able to serve the military in Israel,
Mm-hmm.
it's a duty. You don't have a choice. That's as a citizen, that is your um that is your duty. There's no option.
Yeah.
I'm sure if people that are from Israel or people that are from countries that military service is obligated,
Is a requirement.
it's a
Yeah.
requirement. Please let us know what other countries are also have that obligation, that requirement of being in the military to be as a citizen. Because here in America, it's not like that. You can volunteer or you can
Yeah.
be drafted. It's the only two ways. And of course, volunteering is always, how can I say this? I guess so. This social acceptance of doing honor service, right? It's
Right.
volunteering, right?
I don't know if you're aware of there's a K-pop group by the name of BTS.
First time hearing about it.
Okay, so one of my kids they listen to him, but just recently, so this group is Korean from South Korea. So
Oh, okay.
just recently, in that country, um, requires I'm not sure if it's just men or both, but they require military service. So
Well, can you be more specific on the group? You said it's from South Korea, right?
yeah, it's a Korean group called BTS.
Okay, what is BTS? I know it's a group, but what is it?
I think it stands for Bangtan Boys or something like that. But the acronym is BTS for short.
And what do they stand in society wise? What do they represent in their society?
Well, look from my understanding, it's a group that promotes like uplifting music.
BTS. Oh. Okay. Is
Yeah,
South Korea or North Korea?
South Korea.
Okay.
South Korea. Yeah. Yeah. So, so the reason I'm bringing them up, so just recently, it was trending.
I'm looking at it right now on Wikipedia. Let me see
Yeah.
here. Okay.
So one of their members, I think it's the oldest member. I think their government passed a law that exempted. I'm not sure if it's just him.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been just him. So he's exempt until he's like 30 before enlisting in the military. I think he's like
Bang Time.
28.
It's called Bang Time Boys.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a similar case with a player in in the Tottenham
Oh, you talking about son?
Sun.
Yeah.
He also has obligated military service.
But he did it. He did his service.
He did his service,
Yeah.
but it was like obligated. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't feel like it was voluntarily.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No, it's mandatory. It's
what? So
mandatory.
it's mandatory for South Koreans to also do it, or just certain individuals?
No, I think it's well. I'm not sure if it's like male and female.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, but they have mandatory
Or is it
military
or is it
service
like the first male? I mean, is it the first male?
oh
Maybe I don't know.
of the family.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I don't know the specifics of it, but
Okay.
yeah, they have mandatory military service.
Because I know back in the days, back in World War II, I think the Japanese, I think that they had a certain way of how they recruited individuals.
Oh, right, right, right.
So I think if it was like if you were the first
The
male,
first male of the family. Or something
if
like,
you were
oh,
the
like yeah.
if you were the first male of the family, you had to go. There
Mm-hmm.
was no choice. Or if unless you were like the only male of the family, and you only have females in your family. I think there had to be an exemption to the rule. I
Right.
think that we have the same rule here in the United States. Like if you're the only male out of all the kids, I think you don't have to go.
Mm, possibly.
I
I
think
wouldn't
that
know
law is
then.
there. That rule is there. I wish I knew more about this law because this law has a name. I just can't remember what the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting that we hit that topic. But what I'm saying is we're going back to the let's go back to the Christmas
Mm-hmm.
topic because we're getting a little bit away from it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Of course.
So for the people that are listening to us right now, what are you guys thoughts when it comes to Christmas, to the Christmas season, the holiday season? We call it the holiday
Yeah, holiday frenzy.
holiday frenzy, the holiday frenzy, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, man, because this is the time of the year, man, where I don't know, like you have to survive one way or another, but people, it can be an extremely stressful time, or it
yeah,
can be an extremely, um, I don't know how would I put it, an exciting time. I mean, it's gonna be exciting.
exciting for
It's
excited for
exciting
who?
either way. Either way, it could be good exciting or bad exciting.
Okay. Yeah, because it all depends on who's excited about the holiday. Of course, kids, exemption of kids. Kids, they're out of the equation here.
Yeah, kids are innocent.
Yeah, so they'll learn as they go, just like we did, right?
Yeah.
I just hope they have a better time digesting it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, man. What do you guys think? Do you guys think as a holiday season as a stressful time or as a joyful time? Do you guys think it's a festive time, or you guys think it's a time that no matter what the responsibility is, or no matter what comes with it, it's still a good time to be with the family. Besides I mean, I think it's the best time to be with your family, and I will agree with that. Whoever says it or whoever doesn't say it, I agree with that because it is one of the most unique times of the year. You're about to finish the year off. You need to you want to spend the time with your family. You want to spend it with your loved ones. But I had many Christmases that I wasn't able to spend time with my family. I think one of the Christmases that I had to survive or live was when I was deployed to Afghanistan. I
Mm.
was over there in 2010 to 2011, and I was over there. I actually got sick on Christmas Eve.
Oh
I
wow.
got so sick, man, that I thought I was gonna die. It was like one of them Haji viruses. It was, bro. They didn't know what the hell was wrong with me. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
I'm at the ER,
Mm-hmm.
and then they gave me a shot. I don't know what they gave me. I don't know if it was a horse tranquilizer or something, but whatever they gave me, I was up the next day like nothing happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened. Everybody thought I was gonna die. Everybody thought something was gonna happen to me because I was working. I was at the ECP. I was at the, we call it entrance control point
Mm-hmm.
of the base, and we were providing security. But that day, bro, I don't know what was going on. I looked like nothing was going on, but I was fucking suffering, and
Were you the only one?
that was sick. Yeah,
Mm.
I was the only one that got sick. Everybody else was fine. And
Maybe it might have been something you ate prior to,
but the
or.
thing is that we all ate the same shit. So
Mm-hmm.
something happened. There was something that
Mm.
went in the system that was not supposed to be there, or maybe I just reacted to it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the haji bread. I love the haji bread. The haji bread was so delicious, man. We call it
Mm-hmm.
chop chop. That's how we communicated. I'm sure it was called something else, but we said chop chop
Yeah.
to the civilians, to the nationals, and they were like, oh yeah, chop chop. They used to give it to us.
But
As
what'd
for
you call it? The what?
it was a hot bread. We call it chop chop.
Chop chop?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just how we called it. That's how we communicated with them, and then they knew, and but anyways, but it was crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
What an experience. Um,
Man, that's crazy, huh?
and on Christmas Eve, man, and the thing is that when you get sick in the military, bro, it feels like you're the black sheep
Mm.
because everybody thinks you're trying to escape. You think everybody thinks you're trying to get away with like from working. Like bro. I think that's one of
Mm.
the reasons why I'm having a hard time with the VA right now. But we're not gonna talk about that. Let's just say that I don't have enough on my medical record, right?
uh,
To like qualify for other things, right?
mm.
But
Interesting.
anyways, back to the holiday thing. I just hope that our kids are able to balance both. You know, they're able to balance quality time and the way to give to one another because
Mm-hmm.
it can be really stressful for the people that are being exposed to two different worlds. I think it is stressful for me because I come from another world that it wasn't like this, and now that it's like this, I don't know how to manage it properly. I can
Mm.
manage it, but I'm gonna be stressful.
Yeah.
Um, and the and other people that are from our culture, they say that the holidays here they're a little bit more boring. Uh,
You know what?
because there is no festive music. It's supposed to be festive, but the Christmas music here, it's not festive. It's like relaxed, too dull, too how can I say this? Too dull, too relaxed, too
Too boring.
yeah, too boring. It's
Yeah.
low energy.
Low energy. Yeah.
I think Trump used low energy on one of the candidates last time
Mm.
when he was running for president. I think it was one of the Bushes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what was the name of the Bush candidate? Do you remember his name?
Mm. Oh, you mean wasn't he like the governor of Florida or something like that?
Yeah. Well, anyways, he called him low energy.
Was it Jeb? Jeb
Jeb, yeah,
Bush?
yeah, Jeb Bush, yeah, it was
Mm.
him. But there was a time where he actually talked back to Trump, and Trump said, "Oh, you have energy today. I like that. I like that." Yeah, but anyways, going back to
Yeah.
so at least that's the thing I discussed with my wife. She said that holiday music here in America is totally different than in our countries.
You know what? I think you touched on a really interesting point, and I want to build on that a little bit. So
Okay.
I think it might have been well, obviously it was a previous holiday season. Um, I think it might have been either Thanksgiving or Christmas. We were doing it at my house, right? And at the same time, my wife's family, they were celebrating in Mexico, right? So then we ended up doing a video chat, and I can't remember who was on the other side of that video call, but they were mentioning how on our side, um, everyone was distracted on their phones. There was very
Mm.
little interpersonal
Interaction.
interactions, and it seemed that while on their side, um, they were more engaged with each other. There was more energy, and it was a more exciting environment.
Yeah.
So I think in American society, that's starting to become the norm of everyone plugged in to their devices instead of with each other.
Let me ask you a quick question, and this is at the personal level. Um, how old are you right now?
30.
30. Okay. That ain't bad. You're at your prime. Um, if we compare the two worlds, now that we have family, and I'll give you my answer once you give me yours. Um, is it better to be single on this time of the year, or is it better to be married? Where do you have the most fun? Do you have more fun as a single person or as a married person when it's the holiday season?
Hell, I think that I think that depends.
But by the way,
Mhm.
I don't mean to kind of like, how can I say, make you in put you in in an uncomfortable spot. If you can't answer it, I understand. You don't have to,
Mhm.
but I'm just curious to hear your opinion on this because I think that also influences the way we approach or we see the holiday season. In a way, not entirely, but in a way.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great question. I think it totally depends on the individual. I think it totally depends on the individual. You can have a family and not take advantage of what you have and just not engage, and it can be dull, it can be uninteresting. Um or you can find a way to bring everyone together to make the to make the occasion special and memorable. And then at the same time, you can be single and just be isolated, just being a Grinch, amargado, not wanting to spend
Right.
no time with no one, or you can, be single and then reach out, bring people together. Because you're single, you have more flexibility to do more,
Flexibility. That's right.
you know. But it totally depends on the person,
I think intensity. When you're a married person, I think the intensity of the holiday spirit. When you're married, you channelize it differently. I think that whenever you're single, you can have more flexibility on the way you channelize your energy
Yeah.
because you can interact with anybody at any given time without what was the word, precaution. Like, you know what? And sometimes I try to use big words that my vocabulary is not even allowed
No,
to
it's
to,
all
to, to
good.
say.
It's all good, brother.
But in other words, when you're single, you're more open to spend it with whoever you want
Yeah.
as an
Yeah,
individual.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember every time I was single on Christmas Day, I always had somebody, and I
Hmm.
don't want to say different, but for some reason, the holiday season brings strangers together.
Yeah.
Um,
It could be because it's cold, and if you're alone,
so
you're
so by
cold.
nature, by
Yeah.
human nature, by
Yeah.
the animal instinct, you think that we
For warmth.
for warmth and companionship and
Yeah.
for other things, right?
Mm.
So I noticed that when it comes to couples, when you're single, a lot of people find each other during the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Now, don't, I promise you, this does not mean, does not guarantee that it's gonna end up by February 14th the same way,
Yeah.
okay? Because by February 14th, many things can change.
Many
Of holiday
things.
season's over, the beginning of tax season is
Ha!
starting to come.
Santo.
It's time to buy presents, and maybe some guys, maybe some people don't want to invest that much money, or some girls don't want to invest that much money, so they begin to find ways to get away from these individuals after
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. Hey, it's back to business. Let's go find somebody. Let's go find a mate. Let's
Right.
go find someone else. Right? It's amazing how and I love this about the holiday season, and this is the perfect time where people actually use this time to engage, to get married,
Mm-hmm.
to form an official relationship.
Yeah.
I've done it. I did it with an ex before, where I engaged with her on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and I did it in
Mm-hmm.
front of her family. And but you know what? Um, sometime later, hey, we just broke it off.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It, if you got engaged, or if you got together with somebody on Christmas Eve, on Christmas Day, or during the holiday season, and you're still with that person years later, decades later, please put it down in the comments and let me know how was your experience, what ups and downs did you have, because um, I can tell you that after the holiday season, I end up ending relationships.
It's like the
And I don't know why. I don't know.
yeah,
There's something about it. So something that brings it together, but also something that happens afterward that
yeah.
separates people. I wonder why.
It's like the excitement goes away, like it fizzles out. Could
I
be.
wish there was something more that could like convince me the why. Why does it happen? I just wish there was.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I noticed that they also this holiday season it used to bring people together,
Mm-hmm.
and I think ain't nothing wrong with that. Uh, and I just one that's one of the things that I actually see positive about the holiday season is
Mm-hmm.
that um, the holiday season can bring more good things than bad things.
Yeah.
Money comes and goes, you know. Um, People come and go, but the memories they stay.
Yeah, they last.
They last. And I think the memories is something that sometimes memories are priceless depending on
Mm-hmm.
who you spend them with. and,
Absolutely.
and also, by the way, guys, if you guys lost people this year due to the pandemic or in any way shape or form, and or if you lost someone around this time of year, or if you're about to lose someone because they're so sick and they're probably not going to make it to this Christmas, my condolences. And it's the worst time of the year to lose someone, and I cannot imagine the pain that you must be going through to experience this kind of pain at this very joyful time of the year that's supposed to be, right. So my condolences to you guys. I know not everybody's having the same Christmas spirit, not everybody's going through the same experience as others. Every year we hope that we do not go through that experience, because it can happen to anyone, it can happen anytime, it can even happen to me. And but for the guys that are you know living through those hard moments right now, let's stay strong. I know it's not an easy time to kind of be strong when it comes to dealing with the death of a loved one, but just do your best. And time heals all, and it's easier said than done. So I know you have to go through the process, and just hang in there. Okay, time will make things better. It cannot bring your loved one back, but at least it'll bring you peace of mind. It'll bring you more peace as time flies. Just right now, I understand you have to deal with the process. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
uh,
And
uh,
speaking of current issues, what are your thoughts on this particular holiday season that we're going through, the COVID situation?
uh, you know, that's a very good question, man. You know what? It's
Because as we mentioned before, Christmas is and the holiday season is about bringing families together.
right.
But now, if you come together, there's always that risk.
It's a curse to some, and also a blessing to others. Some people will use the curse. They'll use the pandemic as an opportunity to get away from people they don't like,
Mm,
and some people will use it against it. They'll be like, "Oh man, shit, I can't see my family now because of the pandemic," and they really want to be. There are people. I'm be honest with you. There are people that want to be with their family. There are
mm,
people that want to be with their loved ones. And you know, and it sucks for the people that want to be there, that,
yeah.
that wish they had their family together, because and there are people that are very afraid. Like, I know people that they don't give a shit about what's going on. They're gonna go ahead and party their life out, okay,
Crazy.
and they don't care. There's no pandemic, there's nothing, there's
It's
no end
fake. It's
there's
fake
no end
news.
there's no end of the world flag that will stop him from celebrating New Year's Eve, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, and you know what? There's nothing in the world that's gonna stop it. Society might depress. Officials might try to stop it, but society, whoever wants to celebrate, they're gonna go out and celebrate it. They're not gonna play any games, you know. And you can put all these restrictions if you want, but at the end of the day, the people who are gonna want to do it, they'll do whatever it takes to celebrate. You
Yeah.
know, of course, not everybody's gonna celebrate. People, like I said earlier, people have died this year. A lot of people have died, and I bet you a lot of people are not gonna want to celebrate it. And I understand that.
Yeah.
But for the people who have not been impacted, not one bit by this virus, they're gonna do whatever it takes to feel normal
Yeah.
in these hard times. What do you think?
Mm. Yeah, man. This is definitely it's an interesting moment in human history, with the COVID situation. But I mean, yeah, like you said, perhaps since we've since this whole thing has started,
Mm-hmm.
um, life is changed for us
Yeah.
from the norm. So we've had to adjust. Perhaps this could be the only time throughout the year that we can try to recuperate some normalcy. Spending time with family,
But you got people that are saying that the hospitals are getting filled up again. You got the press
the
saying, "Oh,
news.
don't go out, don't fly." People, I'm be honest, what I seen, people are don't give a fuck anymore. I'm sorry, but people want to fly. People
Yeah,
want to be with their family,
yeah.
and some people are taking way over extra precautions, which is fine. They can,
Mhm.
I'd rather you take a more precautions than be too overconfident and something happens to you. I get it,
Yeah.
but people are getting tired of this. The vaccine king is supposed to be coming out, right? So that should be encouraging people to feel like everything's gonna be fine, right? But then again, you
To
have
some degree.
officials saying
To
that
some degree,
the
yeah.
officials are saying that, the vaccine's coming. We're gonna have it by this date. Or you know what, the FDA, the CDC, it's telling us this now, so things will change.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, I promise you, in the first 100 days, I will have vaccines
Well,
ready to go. In
we'll
the
see.
first 100 days, you will wear a mask. In these first 100 days, I promise you, you will become a citizen. In these 100 days, I promise, promise, promise. You have my word. You
We'll see.
all will be good, happy Americans. I will sign a bill that will make sure that happens. Anyways, I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but the thing is that there is politics. There's a lot of politics involved with this vaccine,
Yeah,
and
dude.
at the end of the day, some people, a lot of people, if not most people, still don't feel 100% sure that the vaccine is safe. I mean, once again,
See, a lot of people
we
ain't gonna
wanted the
take it.
vaccine. We wanted the vaccine.
A lot of people like, hell no, you go first.
We, we, we wanted the vaccine,
Yeah.
but now we don't feel safe about it. So
Yeah.
what's next?
Man, look, we gonna see. We gonna see.
Yeah, man.
There's
So
what there's reports that some a select group of personnel will get it first, and then we'll see what happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then of course, the press loves to feed off on negative
Oh
news.
yeah,
They
dude.
love to, because they love to amplify it. I just wish for one fucking time the media and the press, and every time I talk about the press, I know it doesn't sound good, but I'm right. I have a certain view about why I say these things. If the press was more like, more biased, not unbiased,
Mm-hmm.
when it came to news, instead of ratings. Okay, you know what? There's bad news here, but there's good news here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be fair. Let's give good news just like we give bad news.
Mm-hmm.
But they always focus on the negative shit.
Yeah,
Okay, and
because it sells.
it's so disappointing,
It
because
sells.
everybody deserves to know that there are good things happening around us too, not just bad. Not everything is bad in politics.
Mm-mm.
You know, whatever Biden is doing, whatever Biden wants to do, it can be good and bad, and whatever Trump is doing can be bad and good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything they make it seem, like every decision that's made by a certain official is always bad. For
Yeah.
once, be unbiased and give the pros and cons about everything, not just the consequences, because then you're manipulating the way of thought of the people, and they can make their own conclusions on what's good and bad, and between both of them, it's a little disappointing, that the media um, cannot want peace in
Yeah.
society, and they just want chaos.
Yeah. I mean, they sensationalize. That's what sells, dude. That's what sells. Negativity, drama, conflict, chaos.
You know, And you know the thing is that it's so fucked up, bro. Because you got people out there that believe in this the Constitution, that believe in our American dream,
Mm-hmm.
that do the impossible to make America look good, to make American views look good, but because it was done for a greater good, is it does not get that much credit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna give you an instance. If you went to war and the president decides to, I don't know, go to um go to visit a base in Afghanistan, right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
say that's where the war is going on, and then let's say you were in charge or you were part of a detail to protect the president. Let's say the president gets ambushed, and you save the president, and you save the person that are around you, and you gave your life for it. You will not get as much as credit as if you were the person that sold out the president and killed everybody on that detail.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
guarantee you will get more
Yeah.
press if you were the bad guy than the good guy.
If you were a killer.
And I hate when the good guy is unappreciated or
Mm-hmm.
undervalued because
Yeah.
um, not everybody can be in the same shoes at the same time at the right place with the right actions and still live to tell the tale, or to
Mm-hmm.
create a legacy by your actions. It's incredible. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are afraid to do the right thing, or to do the right fight for the right cause, when the press or the media, it does not credit individuals by their actions.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad because I think we will have more heroes in society
Mm-hmm.
if heroes
We're celebrated.
were accredited. And the thing is not about celebrating; it's just the fact that they don't get a lot of credit. Once again, it's credit. It's credibility, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can be out there making a change in world hunger. Like all these kids that are trying to, especially this holiday season. You
Mm-hmm.
go out there, Nelson Strata, average citizen goes to Africa, goes to Haiti, goes to fucking somewhere where there's a lot of poor kids in the streets. He
Mm-hmm.
goes and gives fucking clothing and stuff. He goes and gives food. He goes and donates. You're not gonna get proper attention.
Right.
You have to do something bad to get attention.
Yeah.
I think that's unfair.
It's like when these tragedies of mass murder,
Mm.
the victims are very rarely talked about. But the
Mm-hmm.
perpetrator, oh man, he's a rock star.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know who is he? Where'd he come from? Why'd he do it?
Yeah.
But it's like that's the last person you need to be focused on. Focus on the people who didn't make it.
Yeah.
Those innocent lives that were taken. Why aren't we talking about them? Oh, we want to know him. What? What? Huh? Who is he? I've never
Yeah.
seen him before.
Yeah. True.
And then they mess around and get book deals,
Yeah.
interviews and stuff.
But at the end of the day, life is unfair in a certain way, to many of us,
It's chaotic.
uh, and um, and we can't control that. And I think the only way to control it is to be part of the change, where your change will count. You can have a good heart. You can have a good heart. Okay. You can have a good heart. You can have a good mind. You can create pure actions. You can create positive actions in the holiday season. But you know what? Unfortunately, that ain't gonna be enough. You have to know the right people
Mm-hmm.
to communicate with the world that good people exist, and that good actions should not be taken in vain. Because I bet you there's a lot of people that wish they could do great things. For example, we have
Absolutely.
all these millionaires, all these billionaires, all this. We don't have a lot of trillionaires yet, as far as I know. Maybe they're narcos and we will never know about them, right?
Right.
But let's just say all these people with all this money, they want to do something, and but the thing is that if they do it, they're gonna be looked the wrong way. Oh, why they're doing it? What they're up to.
Exactly.
What they're looking for. What they're trying to get from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible, man. It's incredible how somebody cannot do something right in society, and
Can't do
just
something
do it, and just
nice.
do it,
Yeah.
not behind it. I hear stories about the Vatican can stop world hunger 3 times if they really wanted to do that.
Mm.
Why don't they do it? You know, uh, we can talk about many, many things. Holiday season, holiday season, holiday season. We're gonna stick to holiday season because I know we want to talk about everything that affects us in society, right?
Yeah, buddy.
So, well, just to wrap it up, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. We're gonna keep doing more podcasts in the Velasquez Blog Show. And before I go, I want to mention my sponsors. Okay, Iron Gator Fitness. You want to get fit, you want to get healthy, you want to make a change in your life, you want to look good. Iron Gator Fitness. Just reach them out on the link below, and also let me see here, Silver Plan Choice. If you're looking for health insurance, life insurance, for you and your family and your loved ones, please don't hesitate to reach them out in the link below. Nelson Estrada, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Without you being here, I don't think I would have made this podcast possible. And the sacrifice you made to be here, and most importantly, thank you for your service. I know you served in the Navy, so appreciate you. For also trying your best to providing society. You gave it your best, you did your effort, and no one can take that away. Some people they rather pay a lawyer, to get them out of that of serving their country instead of serving. So you, you are worth more than you can imagine in society. Okay, and you don't
Yes,
have to be the
sir.
you don't have to be the perfect person to try to do your best. Okay,
Absolutely.
and we are a great example of that because we don't come from good resources. We don't come from a privileged position. We have to go and get it. Just like you finish your degree. Thank you for leading by example. I hope others can learn from your example. And also, we're not perfect. We made mistakes in the past, so I hope they learn from them too, so they don't make it as well, because we all make mistakes, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's a part of life, man. It's a part of life.
And but yeah, man, I hope you and your family have a good Christmas, a good holiday season, and you are always welcome. You're always welcome to the show. Whenever you want to come, and you told me, look, I having a topic. Can we talk about it? Can I come to the studio? I really want to connect with the people about this, and I want to get their opinions, or I want to give you my points of views. You're more than welcome. And like I tell
Absolutely.
everybody else that's been here before, you guys are more than welcome to be here, to come to the studio, and we can do a podcast, and we can share our ideas, we can share our knowledge with the people.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's important to share what some people do not see,
Yeah.
and people might learn from us, people might actually be inspired by us. And all it takes is one action, one of your actions to inspire somebody
Yeah.
to take action, whether it's to go to school, whether it's to join the service, whether it's to get a job, whether it's to be a good provider in the family, whatever it is they want to do. All it takes is one action, whether it's from you, from me, or from anybody else that comes into the podcast. So thank you all the people that are following the Velasquez Blog Show on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify. Thank you for the love. Thank you for your loyalty and for believing in the show. You guys know that it hasn't been easy to make this show a reality, but because of you guys, that's why we are here. That's why we are believing, and we're gonna believe for the rest of the people that are gonna be part of this project. Um, Nelson, anything else? Any say rounds?
You know what? Desde ahorita, I'm starting to get some ideas for
Okay.
uh for future topics. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Um, I think I got the jitters out of my system now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, definitely it feels good. But I mean, look, the holiday season. If anything, because of the year that we've just gone through and we're continuing to go through, we have to at least enjoy the fact that we're here.
Mm-hmm. I
You know,
agree.
we're here. We have family. For those who have lost family, celebrate their lives. The family members who have gone. They're in a much better place. Absolutely. Let's enjoy the fact that 2020 is coming to an end because it's been a difficult season. I'm sorry, a difficult year. Hell, what was it in February that we lost Kobe, and then it seems like it's gone downhill from there. But 2020 is almost over. If anything, we can celebrate that it's almost over. Let's look forward to 2021 and let's build toward something better.
Yeah, let's bring sports back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and other great things. I want to thank the medical staff and the teachers for for doing everything they can to provide.
Absolutely.
In these hard times.
Absolutely.
One of the, I don't I keep forgetting to mention them at the beginning of the show, but their deed is very important. Whether there are people that don't believe in the fucking virus, I don't give a fuck. These guys that are there in the front lines,
The first responders
they have no choice. They have to believe, because if they don't believe, they're not gonna do a good job.
and people
And I
die.
respect that, and you're always gonna have two sides: people that believe and don't believe.
Hmm.
If you believe and you're doing everything you can to fix something, good. Now, if you don't believe and you're still trying to fix something, good. But if you don't believe and you're not allowing other people to fix something, you know better. You should know better than that,
Yeah.
because nobody's gonna come here and just because you don't believe, they're gonna go ahead and I guess disapprove what you don't believe. So I appreciate all those people, that first responders, and all the people that that gave their time above and beyond the line of duty to providing our society in these dark times. I can't stress it enough.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
And also, don't forget, guys, about the raffle. We have a raffle at the end of the month. Um, all you have to do is just go to the Facebook page, like it, follow it, and comment on one of the videos that we do in December. Once you guys do that, you automatically qualify for the raffle. Okay. So
How many more videos you doing this month?
I think probably two more.
Two more.
Two more are my goal. So right now we got two already.
Mm.
This one, and then I did another one last week.
Okay.
So it's a long month, right? Mommy. Uh-huh. Come on, man. Do the mommy.
Mommy.
Hey. So yeah, so thank you guys once again for listening to the podcast, looking at the videos, and for supporting the show, man. And I hope we are able to share these videos with other people so they can follow us as well. Your support will always be appreciated. And you guys stay safe out there, and good luck with everything you guys are doing. And please enjoy this holiday season to the best of your ability. Disregard all the negative stuff that comes with it. Let's just focus on the positive things, okay? And that's what I'm gonna try to do, and I'm gonna try to follow my own advice as well. So once again, guys, thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next podcast. Take care.
Peace.
Echo, out.